Shalom, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, and Haushai. Let's get into these prophecies. Warning for hikers as apex predator is spotted in California park. A pack of gray wolves was spotted at a U.S. national park for the first time in a century, officials said. The species was thought to have been hunted out of Lassen Volcanic National Park back in 1920s, but were spotted again in the form of a small pack last month. A mother, father, and their two pups. The group was detected by a camera trap just south of the sprawling expanse in Northern California. The U.S. Forest Service says. So in Northern California, these gray wolves are resurfacing, and this is part of the different beasts changing their places. Look at the Sierra, Siskiyous, Tulare, but they're going to be in these cities too, and this is all prophesied by the Heavenly Father. You're going to see more articles like this in these last days. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 5, verse 8. There shall be a confusion also in many places, and the fire shall be oft sent out again, and the wild beasts shall change their places, and menstruous women shall bring forth monsters. Right. And there is a wildfire, I forgot where, but there's actually an active fire going on right now. Menstruous women are bringing forth monsters. Not only talking about these different birth defects that these new children have, but it's also talking about these young cats, this young generation. They're a bunch of monsters and they're a bunch of demons. You know, all they do is wake up to kill, steal, and destroy, and be just do nonsense. Boxer Paul Bamba dies age 35, 6 days after last fight, and this is just. Now, I don't know this man personally. I don't know how, he was, if he was prideful, if he was humble or whatever, but seeing things like this, it just reminds you to have a spirit of humility, walk with humility, walk giving grace and thanks to the Heavenly Father, because nobody knows their day nor hour. Do you think it was in his mind while he was boxing and winning the championship, or fighting, he was on top of the world, taking pictures and things like that, eating good, doing these things? Do you think it was in his mind that he was going to die in 6 days? But that's what happens when these people go out to party. They're going out, they're thinking they may see some ladies, they may make some money, they may do whatever, but they end up, dying. So these are the things that happen. This is why you always want to walk praying and hoping that the Heavenly Father is protecting you. Or even these people that go out and, murder, or even in their house, they fall. We are in the valley. Anything can happen anytime. So you want to pray to the Heavenly Father that he always has his hedge of protection around you, blessing and mercy. Boxer Paul Bamba has died at the age of 35. His manager, Neo, announced Friday. The Puerto Rican fighter's death comes less than a week after his last fight, a victory against Rogelio Medina that saw him crowned WBA Gold Cruiserweight Champion. Wow, so he just won the championship. American singer Neo, who made Bamba the first signing to his new management company in November, confirmed the news in a joint statement along with Bamba's family on Instagram. Yada, he was a fierce yet confident competitor with unrelenting ambition into achieving, but more than anything, is a tremendous individual. Yeah, man. Hey, but at the end of the day, he's an Ephraimite. At the end of the day, he's in the spirit world, and he's not going to have to deal with what the people in the world in these last days have to deal with. So he's at peace, and what's next for him is coming back in the kingdom. Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 12, for a man also knoweth not his time, as the fishes that are taken. For man also knoweth not his time, as the fishes that are taken in an evil net, and as the birds that are caught in the snare. So are the sons of men snared in an evil time when it falleth suddenly upon them. Right. So they're not releasing, out of respect, probably they're not releasing how. Could have been, suicide, or I just haven't seen it. Yeah. That's a respectful thing to do, I guess. But yeah, in an evil net, and as the birds that are caught in this snare, so are the sons of men snared in an evil time when it falls suddenly upon them. Right. So again, nobody knows their time. Nobody wakes up expecting, to die, to go to jail, for any of these different things, So again, you want to walk with humility, but you also don't wake up, your blessing may come as well, So you got to carry that mentality. But yeah, people don't think about that. Ecclesiastes chapter 11 verse 27: the affliction of an hour maketh a man forget pleasure, and in his end his deeds shall be discovered. Right. So the affliction of an hour maketh a man forget pleasure. He was on top of the world, previously, or 6 days before, winning the championship, doing what he loves, fighting, and now he's back in the spirit world. I don't know how he passed, but yeah, hey, it gets like that in these last days. Severe weather outbreak targets the South on Saturday. Back to these natural disasters. A severe weather outbreak, including long-lasting and intense tornadoes, is affecting a swath of the South on Saturday into Saturday night. The Storm Prediction Center has issued a rare moderate risk outlook, or level 4 out of 5 on the threat scale, for portions of Mississippi and Louisiana, indicating confidence in a potentially significant outbreak. So it looks like the South is about to get hit with another storm. The NWS issued a high-end particular dangerous situation tornado watch for southeastern Arkansas. So Texas, Arkansas, all them southern states. About 2 million people live in the moderate risk zone, which includes the cities of Jackson and Hattiesburg, Mississippi, yada, yada, yada. The watch states the expectation of for numerous tornadoes, along with a few intense tornadoes of EF2 strength or greater. Right, so the South is about to get hit again. The South is about to get hit again. The Heavenly Father wants to really plague that place. Yep, that's the the SEC area. Matthew chapter 24 verse 7. Matthew 24 verse 7: for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. Right. And that's what you see, famines, pestilences, and earthquakes in diverse places. But pertaining to these natural disasters, earthquakes, tornadoes, etc., you're going to see them all over, and they're going to be heavy. It seems like they're just reeling back, just getting together. People may have started to go back to the places that they left. Because remember, that storm hurricane was huge. You saw the floods hitting the gyms and things like that. Those different TikToks. It was huge, and the whole world was watching. NPR moments in history. It's a lot. See if it comes back to me.